We want to go to lower Manhattan, the tip of the island. NBC's Ann Thompson, who wrote it out in Battery Park City. And when you think about it, this storm didn't have a 4 or a 5 attached to it. It had a relatively casual name, and yet they've proven it had the lowest center of pressure ever recorded of any storm in our hemisphere.
And it sure packed a wallop here in New York City, Brian. You know, 8 million people share 400 square miles in New York City. They are a tough, resilient bunch. But this storm showed even the most prepared that they weren't prepared enough. Even New York bowed to the furious power of nature. Gusts of 57 miles an hour ripped the face off this building as Sandy's winds and rain tore through the city. A record storm surge, almost 14 feet, flooded lower Manhattan, filling the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel with water. The force too much for the city's power grid, floodwaters shorting out this Con Ed substation. 750,000 New Yorkers lost electricity.
A few people were congregated around a radio just trying to get information because no one has power, no one has internet.
Adding to the misery daylight revealed.
It's amazing. I mean, cars are completely destroyed. They were submerged underwater. I mean, I'm floored by what happened.
No borough was spared, from this oil tanker beaching on Staten Island to a beach community in Queens.
This is a massive storage unit from a construction site. It floated over here or was blown over here. Get this, all the way from across the street. You see those other containers that are there right now.
The mayor said this may be the worst storm in the city's history.
The damage we suffered across the city is clearly extensive, and it will not be repaired overnight.
The subway system that carries 5 million people is flooded and could take 4 days to repair. Water damage to LaGuardia's runways will keep it closed for at least another day. And 1,000 feet above Midtown Manhattan, that crane still dangles, keeping streets down below blocked off.
Oh, my God.
The rush of water and wind at South Street Seaport toppled streetlights and carried mannequins a block from their store.
You can see, like, by the lines above 6 feet.
At this nearby apartment building, the challenge to get 9 feet of water out of the basement.
We have only one generator outside pumping it, and that could take days.
An enormous task, sure to test New York's patience. Slowly, New York will return to normal, and a big step comes tomorrow morning when the opening bell rings at the New York Stock Exchange, which has been closed for 2 straight days, something the weather hasn't done since the 1800s. Brian?
Unbelievable night in New York City. Ann Thompson, thanks very much.